Good morning. If anybody's out there that's up this early, it's Monday, February 24th. And we're going to crank up into the 60s today after having, 2, 3 weeks of snowy and cold. Some of it was really cold weather. Finally get a chance to get out, so I thought I'd get out and share a ride with you. I'm working my way towards the northernmost point of the Salt Creek Levee Trail. And I'll be taking this down to its southern terminus. And along the way, I'll be stopping and taking some photos and explaining what's up with the trail and what they're doing and things of that nature. So there'll be parts that'll be sped up for you. And then I'll try to stick in some photos here and there. That's right here, very early in the morning. It's about 7:30. Here we are. Flip the camera around. There's the camera. And we'll flip this bad boy around. So as you can see the bike trail and not my ugly mug staring at you. But this is the northern point. It says this is the Dietrich connector, which I guess in a way it is. But in order to get to the John Dietrich Trail, you would have to go over the 27th Street overpass. And whereas the way I'm going to be going, it's going to be cutting a different direction to stay on the levee trail. So here we go on the first part. And obviously, the other thing I'm bringing up, other than the bike trail here, is I'm curious. You know, if you're going to throw out a freaking dang it, crappy ass threat, because we knew it was an empty threat anyway. Way back on December 5th, and here we are coming into March. So that's December, January, February, 3 months. And nothing's been seen. Because you guys just flat don't have anything. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's made up fucking nonsense that you're going to try to freaking, because I did take note that someone has reposted some ancient freaking made up bullshit videos with different titles, trying to put them off as being new, when right underneath it says what, 3, 4 years old on some of them. But hey, if he wants to frickin' start this shit all over again, remember, I still got all the crap. Still got it all. And I won't hesitate one little fucking bit to share it again. Because here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. you got yourself shit canned. Because you just couldn't keep your mouth shut. And you had to go and start in on your frickin' fantastical stories. And what did somebody mention that they had something and you had to try to top them? So you came up with some wild ass story about being kidnapped and taken to the Rio Grande and held over alligators. What the fuck? Are you really that stupid that somebody would think that that would be anything close to realistic? Because if something like that did happen, dumbass, those people would certainly be in prison, wouldn't they? That's kidnapping, and that's going across state lines, which makes it federal. But you don't think about crap like that because you're just trying to outdo somebody else's story. Isn't that right, jackass? Unbelievable. Okay, so there's the first leg, and coming up on the traffic light up here at 27th and Fairfield. See, they don't have this laid out all that great to make it easy for bikes to get to the walk button. I'll be here for a minute or two. And this crosses over right here in we'll cross this street and then we'll cut down and be on bike trail for another little while. This could be laid out just a little bit better with the extension of the concrete pad for the walk signal. Just make that a little bit clearer. And the other drawback to this one too is, for some reason, these buttons that I'm pushing seem to not work half the time. This makes it quite interesting. Yeah, this one actually must have, well, I've got traffic waiting as well, so across the street. And believe it or not, this is bike trail. So from here, we'll continue on in part 2. Hey, Frank, actually, I've got an electric assist on here so that once I start pedaling, I get a little help, and that comes in handy for going up hills. Because even though, this area is predominantly a flat, low-lying area, but the hills and rises that we have, albeit they may not be that steep, but boy, they sure do go for a long frickin' way. And to address one of your comments, by the way, I'm going to do a video soon. I'm going to do a video soon that will show what all I've done to this trike to make it roadworthy and keeps me in shape. Now, this part of the Salt Creek Levee Trail It's kind of strange because I believe it looks like that they're putting an addition across the creek. The creek is right up to the right. And I'm about, oh, I don't know what, 30, 40 feet above it, I guess, if it were just to go straight across. And that stuff you see in front of you is the Cornhusker Highway Bridge. We'll go under that. We'll come up along the other side. Actually, we're going to go under it and over it because this is one of those weird things. And this is why I think that they're adding the extension over across here, because we actually have to go under the bridge, come up on the other side, make a U-turn, come back to the bridge, and then cross the bridge to get back on the Salt Creek Levee Trail. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a minute, because here we go under the bridge. They've got that designed pretty well, I think. So now for this part, yeah, this is the part that can be reworked and redone, because and that's exactly what I think they're doing over there on the other side to get rid of this. This little U-turn kind of thing. And then we go across Cornhusker, across Salt Creek, over the Cornhusker Bridge, and then back onto the Levee Trail. And that big old thing there in front of you that you can see, the green things, that's the water treatment plant for the city that has grown exponentially over the years. And fortunately, this morning, we're up here when the breeze is just right, and we're not catching the interesting smells that happen to emanate from here. So moving on. So getting back to that fucking horse shit that's been going on. You know, you can sit down there in Texas, and you can sit over there in Tennessee, and you can make up all the bullshit that you want. Doesn't change a couple of really serious things. Who is it that's got those felony convictions? Ain't me. Yes, that's right. I said it, not me. But I can prove that you got them. You can't prove that I've got jack shit. Except for a bad check from what, 1986, I think it was? Dumbasses. Ooh. It was a pretty good day for a ride, though. Still kind of cool out here, but then keep in mind, I'm close to water, and I'm close to there's still some snow on the ground that hasn't melted off yet. So it's a little cool out here. but the sun is coming. You can see the sun. You see my shadow. Yeah. See, Frank, what I like is I'm out here. I don't lay on my ass in bed and live stream. You're never going to see me eat on camera. You'll see me drink coffee or Coca-Cola, but you're never going to see me eat on camera. I don't think that's in good taste at all. And let alone that you're probably never going to see me do a 10, 11, 12-hour stream. And part of that reason is because I actually have to get up and go to the bathroom. Unlike some people who I guess just piss themselves in bed. Oh yeah, that's working. The endorphins are working. Now here we're coming up on another part of the bike trail that I really think could be worked on a little bit, because I'm gonna get out and I'll be on a sidewalk. We're gonna go over two bridges that you kind of have to get back onto the trail. You'll see what the drawback to this is here in just a minute. This is because we have just gone back to standard sidewalk. So if I meet someone or someone comes up behind me, there's not enough room for two people to pass. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. But I mean, this needs to be expanded a little bit. And gone to boy, that's a good sign. The geese are already coming back. And they need to do a little bit of grinding work on some of these heavier bumps. And now I'll be cutting back over to get on back on the levee trail. And here we are, heading back on the levee trail. Now, I don't think I'll be doing any more shucking and jiving from this point on. It pretty much stays consistent off of roadways. That was the 14th Street. So we've gone from 27th to 14th. from angled across from Superior to Cornhusker. And as you can pretty much tell by the look of the concrete here, that they've done a real good job of keeping the snow clear, even though it has been sunny enough and warm enough to melt it off. If they hadn't done anything, shoot, there'd still be ice and stuff out there. Because you can see the snow right there on the right. It hasn't melted away yet. And this is that's the 11th Street Bridge. I'm still going to be going on the bike trail and not up. And coming up on the interstate, 180. 180's been here that connects up with 80 for a long, long time. This bike trail hasn't been here for all that long. But 180's been here seemingly forever. And this will go underneath. Yeah, that's Interstate 180 right in front of you. Well, right in front of me anyway. And again, the bike trail goes underneath. And once again, they've done a real good job because most of this underneath would be in the shade. So the snow would not have melted off by this time, and it would still be a little on the slick side. But they've done a real good job of clearing the snow for the cyclists in the city. And up the other side. Hmm. Ooh, and take a little breather right here for a minute. Those railroad bridges that you see right there, there's actually two of them. One's silver and one's kind of been rusted due to neglect. But the one closest there, and that's the darkest one that you see, is I believe is one of the old Missouri Pacific lines that used to run through here. And it's dead and all blocked off, and they got fencing around it so you can't walk across it. They don't want people walking across it for obvious reasons. And the other one is still in limited use. Might get maybe a train every 3 or 4 days will come through there, and it's not going to be a big one. But I'm hoping eventually that they'll use this bridge and add on to the bike trail and have it run up, because it would make a good good little run. So continuing on. Here we are up on coming up on O Street, and I'm bringing this up now because the couple of areas that we're going to go through here pretty quick are usually quite a few homeless people. because we are like a block from the city mission. And this part of the trail is also that, what they call it, crushed limestone or something like that. And it's not bad. It's pretty smooth. Never had any problems with it. And then, of course, when you're going underneath, they've got the concrete. I'm actually surprised that no one's there. And then, of course, if you're into trains like I'm into trains, we're coming up on the Burlington Northern Santa Fe main yard on the west side of Lincoln. There's another one over in Havelock. I don't know if you can see that in front of me, but there's a group of power, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 engines that they're probably swapping out with something. We've got a train pulling on its way out. And we got a train coming in. Bonus. But there's a couple of areas if you're a rail fan where you can come up here, you can sit and in your car or stand outside your car and get some good shots. Just as you know, follow the rules. Don't get on railroad property. And they generally don't mind if you're there. Ooh. There we go. Now we're on the and since we have arrived on this side, since we're now on this side of O Street, this is considered the south side of town. Oh boy. And we're back to the limestone. Hey, got one viewer again. All right. And we'll head on down. All righty. You can see kind of how quiet that is. And even though it's gravel, it's not grinding too awful much. All righty. Now we're coming up on A Street. And they don't have the bike trail really built through here. That bridge is basically, that's Amtrak. Is the only train that goes through on that track. So maybe they didn't get permission to build underneath that just yet. But that's A Street in front of us. Nice and cool out here. Got 8 miles on this old boy on this charge of the battery. This battery. Hey, you got any questions, man? Go ahead and ask over there. I'll be happy to answer them. Because I won't be going back the same way. I try not to backtrack a whole lot. I try to do different little things just to keep things interesting. Unlike someone else who only streams with the frickin' camera pointed at their face from their bed while they get fatter and fatter. All right. Got to slow down for the road here. How about that? There we go. That's good. Not a bad crossing. Here we keep on keeping on. I got a couple on the Frank. I got a couple models on my table that I'm currently working on. Actually, I don't know if you know it, but I had to move a little over a year ago, and I've had to basically restart everything. But that's a story for another day. Ah. Way down on the south side of town now. I think this is Calvert or Van Dorn, one of them. Hey, check it out. See? A little bit of snow down here. Because it's in a shaded area. And since this is the limestone trail, they really don't like to salt it and scrape it like they do the concrete trail. Now we're coming down into the Wilderness Park area. That'll be Wilderness Park up to the right. That's a good sized park too. That's got quite the history behind it. Quite the history. Connecting with the Bison Trail right here. There used to be a road that went in. So we're continuing on down to the terminus of the Levee Trail. Which we're getting a little closer to that. And again, that's Wilderness Park on the right. We're keeping tooling along going south. Got a jogger coming at us. Morning. Yeah, so Morky posted on a Facebook page that he made up that he was wondering where $98,000 went to from Jack Russell. Well, here's my response to that. You know, since you claim to have been his manager, I would think that you would be the one that would be responsible for that. Or did you forget that? Probably forgot that because you're just in such a habit of making up shit, lying about it, and then trying to cover your lies later. I've always found that amusing. Always, always, always. Specific amount too, 98,000. Very specific amount. Okay, so folks, that's the length of the Salt Creek Levee Trail from the northern part to the southern part, right here by Wilderness Park. I'm looking at the I don't know how far I'm into it, but part of the Jamaica North Trail, which runs way down through the south side. And I won't be heading that way, of course, today anyway. But wanted you guys to see the kind of get a feel for this particular trail. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching it. And there'll be more to come soon. No, you're right, Frank. Limestone and salt. Yeah, that's not a. You know, I know that they do. They do come down here, and they got this. They got 4 or 5 of them. And it's this big old contraption that they've got. That's got a brush on it, brush on the front of it, and they use that to remove the snow on the limestone part. But I don't recall ever seeing them put a plow on it. I mean, I could be mistaken. I could be mistaken. But personally, I've never seen them with a plow on the limestone. I've seen them with the plow, and I've seen them salt like what I'm on right now. This is part of the Jamaica Trail. This is all concrete right here. So I've seen them with the plow on this, and I've seen them salt it. Now, they don't do like they do with the roads and pre-treat this. They don't come down here with the brine solution and treat it like that. No, I don't believe they do. All right, I'm at 10 miles on this battery charge. This is why I bought 2 batteries. Is that Amtrak running late? It don't always sound like an Amtrak horn. But I am next to railroad tracks right off here to the right, so it could be any number of things right now from here. Ah. Morning. It is a nice day. Still a little bit cold, but cool. Not cold like it was, though. Yeah. Yeah. Frank, you ought to remember old Bob from over in the KAF Discord, because he used to be in there pulling all of his bullshit. And he's still doing the same crap. Yeah, he's up to his same old happy horse shit. And frankly, I think the beer, I think the alcohol is really starting to show its wear and tear. Uh-oh. Got to change the battery. 10 miles. 11. 11 miles. Ah. And I got to reach back here and, oh, come on, up we go. Whew. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Oh shit. Yeah. All right. The battery. There we go. Oh. Oh shit. Ah, oh, that should have been on point. Okay, that goes back. And that's good. Yeah. Oh. Ah. All righty. Ah, now that I'm back with some battery. Whew. Ah. Whew. Ah. Hey. Oh. That cold air, man. I tell you. It's hard for me to process cold air. That's why I wasn't going out when it was below zero. All right. Finally, I'm starting to feel a change in the temperature. Ah. Man, I tell you, sorry that took so long. I had to change the wire out. I have two batteries back there. And when one goes, I just unplug it and then I plug in the second battery, and then I keep on going. And it just took me a little bit longer that time for some reason. Don't know why. But anyway. So anyway, to get back to old Mork and his freaking happy horse shit now. His latest crap. Because I'm doing kind of a preemptive thing on this shit before it ever gets going. Because I know what's coming. He's going to be lying his ass off yet again. He's going to blame everybody but himself. Because he can do no wrong, remember. Or he likes to think that. And his little blonde fucking bimbo that supports him in all these goddamn scams. We'll be right back. Oh yeah, wasn't Mark's blog. Oh, this happened. She's a fucking liar just like he is. Fuck that shit. I'm so sick of their happy horse shit. So what's the motherfucker do? Goes down there and somehow gets on fucking Drunker's good side and has him do his dirty work, basically. So, Bob's being his fucking little patsy. And that's fine. That's fine. Because everybody knows he's a fucking joke. And then you got to remember, too, this just kind of keeps going on and on. Because it was Johnny Horton Jr. was one of Marky's idols. And he's a known and proven con man, as well as another convicted felon. So it goes on and on and on, doesn't it, Marky boy? Ah. And Johnny Horton Jr. is not even the motherfucker's real name. That was the guy that, when you were playing your little scam about how you had some guy hunting you down with a gun. Somebody called Johnny Horton. What was he, commander or general or something? I forgot what it was. I got the recording someplace. Or somebody's got the recording. If I don't have it, somebody's got it. Because you sure came across as the biggest whiny little pussy chicken shit ever during that. That was funny. To this day, I play it and I laugh my ass off. Oh, he was seen 5 miles away. Really? And again, this was all done without any proof ever being shown or provided or anything. None. Ever. Just a lot of talk out of their mouths. That's all it was. Just a lot of fucking talk out of his mouth. And that's what this will be too. Whoever he's got it in for on that other side with the band and stuff is going to feel the wrath. And I tell you what, I'm going to back him up. Because I know what you'll be doing. It'll all be fucking horse shit. It'll all be made up fucking nonsense. A fake interview, if you ever post it. You claim to have an interview. But unfortunately, you won't interview anybody else and allow them to defend themselves. But that's all right because 99% of your crap is horse shit anyway. And it's easily disproven. That mess. Yeah. Yeah, part of the reason I came up here is they have right over here. Yep, there it is. All right. A webcam that's live streaming. Hey, on the railroad site or on a railroad site. So I wanted to swing by here. This is generally where I come when I spend the day rail fanning. This is where I come to shoot the pictures. Is this area right in here? So that's something new that's been put up within the past few months. It's kind of cool. In the shade a little bit. I want to see. Oh, crap. I got to plug in. I, eh. There we go. Now I got power, and I'll keep streaming for a while. Been live for an hour. But yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of a preemptive blame game. Because you know what's really amusing? There's one thing that's always going to stay the same. You'll always have a conviction for a child-related crime, and I won't. No matter what kind of excuses you try to put out there, all the pertinent facts are out there as well that show that you made a deal. So don't come up with this crap. Well, my name's not on the list. You made a deal so it wouldn't be. Well, I never went to jail. You made a deal so you wouldn't go to jail. I never had to take any kind of classes. You made a deal so you wouldn't have to take any kind of classes. So your shit just, it never holds up. If you would simply just tell the fucking truth, that'd cure most of your problems. But I guess you're just flat incapable of swallowing a little bit of pride and admitting that you've been lying. But you're never going to do that. You're never going to do that. For a couple of reasons. Number one, your pride. Number two, you're just a big fucking pussy. I am curious as to know, as to understand why, since you claim to be so fucking rich, that after all this time, you still haven't paid your court fine, your court shit. Behind you. $1,752, I think it is. And how long has it been on the books there? And you can't even pay it online anymore. They want you to come in to pay it. Probably because they're going to frickin' cuff you and stuff you. You dumbass, you should have paid it a long time ago. You just can't always do what you want to do, you dickhead. But then I guess it's not really about what you want to do. It's about what you can get away with, isn't it? That's what you're good at, trying to get away with stuff. And then when you're caught, you try to lie your way out of it. Yeah, we got your number all figured out. Too bad that guy Vince in Arizona didn't wise up to your scam before he got ripped off, isn't it? What did you take him for? 30, 40? 30, 40,000, wasn't it? Something like that? Ooh. Yeehaw. Oh, street. I think I'm gonna flip the camera around. So I think I'm just gonna go right straight up O Street here a little bit. You guys can see what what downtown looks like. Oh. And I'm at 11th and O, what you're looking at right now. Well, you know. We do. O Street. Well, that's big to nip down here. Down here, right. This is the area of town where it's illegal to ride on the sidewalk. And food you get is at 14th Street. And I'm fast approaching that. Ah. I get over here on the sidewalk. And be a little safer. Because I really don't like being on the road. But that was a little trip through downtown. So tell you what, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. And you guys have a good one.